This video is sponsored by LG. 5 months ago, I released my annual productivity monitor guide video, which was very well received by close to 500,000 people. In it, I briefly mentioned how the monitor segment is going through a metamorphosis, hinting at the upcoming rise of never-before-seen categories of external displays that provide distinctive solutions. An example I gave at the time was a monitor with an aspect ratio of 16:18. Today, I'm excited to talk about this unique one-off DualUp monitor, discover its purpose and applications, and while at it, introduce and examine two other external displays that are unicorns. This is the LG DualUp monitor with Ergo stand. It is a monitor like no other, coming in at 28 inches and an aspect ratio of 16:18. If you are wondering what that means, imagine two 21.5-inch displays with standard 16:9 aspect ratios stacked on top of each other. Exactly what I talked about in my dual monitor setup guide, which I'll link at the end of this video. This unique approach by LG has benefits galore. I'll start with the biggest and most obvious one. With such a monitor, you get the most compact yet advantageous dual vertically stacked monitor setup while having the smallest desk footprint by far. By rocking this monitor, you're also escaping the inevitable bezel situation if you're having two monitors on top of each other. Next, you lose absolutely no space on the desk since the entire display is floating and staying in place thanks to the C-clamp Ergo stand, which can pretty much articulate in all directions. The monitor is perfectly balanced, making it extremely easy to position at the ideal angle or even reposition on the fly based on the workflow. The display itself has an SDQHD resolution of 2560 by 2880, which you can think of as two vertical 1440p displays. By the way, if you end up enjoying this video, subscribe, because why not? Okay, so it provides a 60Hz refresh rate, HDR10 support, around 300 nits of brightness, and 98% DCI-P3 color representation. After unboxing it and plugging it to the Mac, you might find the default scaling a bit smaller, but don't worry, LG has included some high DPI scaling options that provide an ideal UI experience. On top, there is an ambient light sensor that can auto-adjust the display's brightness based on the environment. My favorite part is the USB-C support, which aside from picture and data, provides a whopping 90 watts of power delivery, which is what laptop users will relish. Of course, there are plenty more ports on the back, like two USB-A's, USB-B, a display port, and 3.5mm audio. So the way I see it, this monitor has few significant applications. Suppose you use it as a standalone display. In that case, you get to enjoy a vertical stack setup. Depending on your desk setup, you'll most likely use the bottom portion of the display for some day-to-day activities, while retaining the ability to throw additional windows on the top. If you have two sources like a laptop and desktop, you can fully take advantage of the ports on the back and run picture-by-picture, PVP. Another scenario is to have one machine with two cables connected to it. In the case of my Mac, I can run USB-C and HDMI DisplayPort at the same time and simulate a dual monitor setup with two physically separate desktops, all from one panel. Case number 3 for the monitor is to use it as a secondary display in an SBS or side-by-side setup, where the DualUp monitor plays the role of the vertical content display. This makes it ideal for creative people who deal with vertical content like shorts or reels. Programmers and designers will appreciate the resolution as well, no doubt about it. For $699, it is an excellent choice for both standalone and multi-display setups, being the unicorn in the world of vertical opportunities. Now let's talk about the LG Smart Monitor. This 24.5-pound monitor is a perfectly balanced 32-inch beast that comes in the box with LG's Ergo stand to bring a smile to your face with its stunning 4K picture quality, built-in smart features, a speaker system, remote control, and much more. Before we talk about unique things, let's appreciate the attention to detail even on the back, where all ports are downwards facing for that more aesthetic look. In terms of ports, there are two HDMIs, a LAN port, USB-A, and of course USB-C, which aside from 4K at 60Hz picture provides 65 watts of power. As with the DualUp monitor, the Ergo stand comes with clever built-in cable organization, which paired with the thin front bezels results in a very aesthetically pleasing package that floats and moves like a gentle giant in any direction, including vertically, which in this size is very impressive in person. In fact, you can even rotate this monitor 280 degrees to swivel it out of the way, move the entertainment from the desk to the couch, or present something to someone. Regarding ergonomics and ease of use, there are 2 additional USB-A ports on the side, ideal for connecting hard drives or USB drives without having to reach to the back. With all the connection choices in mind, the monitor can be paired with a laptop, desktop, or gaming console, or to nothing, since it can also be used as a standalone device thanks to the built-in WebOS operating system. Even if it's not linked to any machine, it can still be used as a standalone device for streaming content like Netflix, Prime Video, Apple TV, Disney Plus, and pretty much everything else. All the magic can be controlled with the included remote control or even broadcasted thanks to the built-in Apple AirPlay 2 and HomeKit support. The 3840 by 2160 VA panel peaks at 250 nits, has 5 milliseconds response time, and supports 90% of the DCI-P3 color spectrum. You can expect TV presets like Game Optimizer, Cinema, Filmmaker Mode, Expert, and more. You can connect Bluetooth devices like a mouse and a keyboard to take full advantage of the intelligent features and navigate WebOS as a computer. The built-in speaker system has cool AI tricks to fill a room, like AI acoustic tuning that uses the microphone on the Magic Remote to collect the ambient sound and analyze and tweak the EQ for optimal performance. If you want to learn more about this display, you can check out my dedicated video, which I'll link in the description and at the end of this one. The way I see it, this monitor has a variety of excellent applications. For example, it is the optimal work-from-home display because it is big enough for everyone's needs. It takes little to no space no matter the desk size because it floats. In the meantime, it is very forgiving on the eyes for those prolonged working sessions thanks to the built-in eye comfort features. When not used for work, the smart monitor morphs into the ultimate family time monitor. Another application is students. Having this monitor in a dorm where it's big enough for entertainment and gaming while being massive and sufficient for all the schoolwork and projects is a no-brainer. The price alone makes this an excellent student recommendation. At $499, you're getting a lot. A monitor that can be used for both work and pleasure while looking stylish and being space-saving and ergonomic. This is the perfect example of the rise of the all-rounders, as I like to call them. Next up is LG's Libero Monitor. I bet you've never seen a display like this. At a glance, it's a 27-inch 16:9 QHD monitor that looks as good on the front as it is on the back and can stay on its own built-in stand or be hung on a wall or a partitioner to take no space on a desk. Before we get all nerdy and talk about applications, let me quickly go over the panel specs, which are not to be ignored. This IPS panel runs at 60 Hz when connected with USB-C or HDMI, has 350 nits of brightness, covering 99% of the sRGB spectrum. At 2560 by 1440p, you can expect native Mac support, HDR10, and built-in features like flicker safe, eye protection, and reader mode. What makes this monitor special is its unique design approach and application. On the back, you notice a fabric pattern to make it blend with any environment. On the bottom, or top depending on how we look at it, there is a metal swivel stand that you can use to prop it up on a desk. If we look at the top, you'll notice there is a USB-C port, which you might be wondering what it is for. This is the port for the detachable Full HD webcam with integrated microphone that even has a privacy webcam cover, and yes, it's included in the package. If we flip the monitor upside down, you'll notice there's yet another USB-C port, again for the webcam should you decide to hang the monitor somewhere, like on a desk partitioner, for example. The Libero Monitor is designed to be suspended since it comes with a partitioner hangers in the package. It is unique and pretty cool if you ask me. The three-side borderless design and distinctive chin makes it look chic, regardless of whether it's upside down or not. It also comes with all the essential ports one might require: HDMI, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and USB-C that provides 65 watts of power. Top that with built-in stereo speakers with Waves Max audio, which sound decently loud, and throw in the mix the price of $499, and voila! You get a very complete, stylish, and unique package like no other. Talking about unicorns here. So out of all three monitors, which one piques your interest most? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, check out my monitor guide video and the DualUp guide setup that I mentioned earlier. Like and subscribe to the channel as well as my newsletter And as always, it's been an absolute pleasure. This is Z, over and out.